to Live Interactive English. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike.
And I'm Karen.
We should say konnichiwa.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
konnichiwa. Today we are looking at day one of Exploring Osaka Expo 2025 and more. Yay, we are talking about Osaka today. So can I just ask you, have you ever been to Osaka?
I tried to go once, but God said no.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I was going to fly there with my wife and her family for a little family holiday. And that was, I don't remember, this is like 4 or 5 years ago. There was a big typhoon and it flooded the airport. The airport in Osaka, which is built out in the water, right?
Oh,
they kind of built it on new land.
Yes.
So the water got too high, the ocean came in, and the airport was closed like the day before.
So the flight was canceled.
Yeah, so we canceled the whole trip, and then we went to, I think we went to Fukuoka a few months later as another trip. But no, so I've never been to Osaka. I've been to Tokyo. I've been to Nagoya. I've been to Kyoto. I've been to lots of places, but never Osaka. And now this year, I have more reasons to go. So you know what?
Right.
I'm going.
You are going?
I'm going.
You're going during this time.
I shouldn't say that out loud.
Why?
The typhoons will hear me.
I know. You have a thing. You have a relationship
Definitely not
with
going.
typhoons.
No, not going this year, not me. No way.
But I think it's kind of exciting time to go visit Osaka. But even without the expo, I still think Osaka is a great place to visit because of the great food and great landmarks that you can see along the way. I have been to Osaka. I traveled by myself. That was like the only time that I traveled by myself to Japan. So I went to Osaka and Kyoto because they're right next to each other. It was a lot of fun. And even without speaking a lot of Japanese, I was able to get around.
Okay, cool. I hear Osaka is very wonderful. It's got really good food. It's a little more casual than Tokyo. Is that right? I always think of Osaka being like Kaohsiung and Tokyo is more like Taipei. So it's a little more casual.
Comparison.
It's a little more open, good street food.
That's
and that
right.
Kind of thing. And yes, as we see there in our title, Expo 2025 is there for this year and that's it. So it is a very good time to go exploring in Osaka. So that's what we're going to do.
Osaka is a lively and historic city in Japan. It is known for its friendly people and exciting attractions. Now, in 2025, all eyes are on the city because it is hosting the World Expo. This is a stage to display global cultures and the latest technology. World Expos are also known as World's Fairs. They are exhibitions that bring countries together to celebrate and exchange new ideas. Osaka previously hosted the 1970 World Expo. This event featured the premiere of the first ever IMAX film and an early demonstration of conveyor belt sushi.
So we are looking at day one of Exploring Osaka, Expo 2025 and more. Yay, a great reason to visit Osaka this year, right?
It is a very good reason. It's always a good reason, of course, to visit Osaka, but with Expo 2025 being there for this year and this year only, that gives you another reason. But don't worry, as we read through our 2-day article, we will give you many, many reasons to visit Osaka. So if you're not into the expo, we will find something else that you will definitely like. Let's get into our article. It says, Osaka is a lively and historic city in Japan.
Definitely.
Very good description in one little sentence. It's lively, it's full of activity and fun and excitement. There's always something going on. I think nearby we talked about Kyoto. That's kind of the quieter, it's the older, it's the temple city. Very different. But Osaka, it's 24 hours a day. There's something going on, so it's very exciting and fun. And it's also historic. So it's been a very important city in Japan for hundreds of years. A lot of you might know, of course, about the famous castle there that was originally built many years ago. So it's been a very important place for a very long time. It is known for its friendly people and exciting attractions.
Definitely.
That's kind of why I compared it to Kaohsiung. Tokyo, like Taipei, everyone might be busy and doing business and in a rush and go all the time. Whereas in Kaohsiung or Osaka, it's a little more relaxed. People are very friendly. It's always been a place where many foreign people used to go, so it's kind of this more open city. And it also, these days, it has exciting attractions.
That's right.
Lots of fun things to do. When we talk about a place that is old and important, this adjective historic is a great one to use. It has a lot of history, telling us it's been there a long time, and a lot of that history is important or well remembered. So we could say the White House in Washington is a historic building. It's been there a long time, and a lot of important people like presidents have lived there. Or we could talk about a historic date like 1010 Day in Taiwan, which is sort of the country's birthday, is an important date in history. It's very historic. For example, the historic site attracts thousands of tourists each year, maybe like the pyramids in Egypt or Stonehenge in England, something like that. People go there because it's been important and interesting for many, many years.
That's right. Okay, so now back to the article.
Yes.
Now in 2025, all eyes are on the city because it is hosting the World Expo.
Yeah.
When you say all eyes are on the city, it does not mean that everybody's eyes are on there. It just means that everyone is paying attention to it because it is hosting the World Expo. This is a stage to display global cultures and the latest technology. So this is going to attract a lot of tourists all around the world because they want to see maybe the latest technology or also the global culture.
Yeah, World Expos don't happen all the time. They don't happen every year. So if they have one in your city or country or nearby, it's always cool to check out. And we're going to find out about some of the things you will see at the World Expo in Osaka in just a moment.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 Exploring Osaka Expo 2025 and more。那标题里面的 Osaka 就是日本城市大阪。Expo 则是 Exposition 的简写，它是指博览会。那这边它首字母 E 用大写，就是指这一届的世界博览会，也就是2025大阪世博会。好，课文提到说，大阪是一个充满活力而且历史悠久的日本城市。现在啊，大家都在关注这一座城市，因为它正在举办世界博览会。那这是展示全球文化跟最新科技的舞台。好，单字 historic。它是形容历史性的、具重要历史意义的。这时候 Mike 老师有提到 pyramid 就是金字塔，还有提到 Stonehenge 表示巨石阵。这边还有一个重点是表示举办的动词 host 和 hold 的用法。Host 当动词可以指举办、做东，包含举办活动跟接待宾客这样。那么补充一下 host 当名词，它也可以指活动的主办单位啊、城市或是组织等等。我们可以用 play host to 加上名词来表示。举例来说 ，The town will host a music festival in September。那也可以改写成 The town will play host to a music festival in September。那个城镇将于9月举办音乐节。那再来看到 hold 当及物动词，它可以指举行、使发生。例如 The parade will be held next Saturday。那场游行将于下周六举行。好，接华课文中。
All right, we are back. So next we read, World Expos are also known as World's Fairs.
Yay!
Okay, the expo is short for exposition. In other words, like a big show of something, or a fair. That's another word we can sometimes use. In this case, it's not like a business show, like the big computer show they have here in Taipei. No, it's more than that. It says they are exhibitions that bring countries together to celebrate and exchange new ideas. If you think of the Olympics as a big way for the world to come together and play sports together, this is a way for the world to come together and share technology and ideas and dreams and hopes, often of the future. And that's what it is all about.
That's right. You get to really meet people from all over the world,
it's
right?
It's almost like being able to travel the world with only going to one place.
Exactly. So now back to the article. Osaka previously hosted the 1970 World Expo. That's quite a long time ago.
I remember. It was
This event featured the premiere of the first ever IMAX film and an early demonstration of conveyor belt sushi.
I wish I was there. That sounds... The first IMAX film was in 1970?
We probably didn't know that, right?
No.
Because that came popular much, much later, right? Just like the conveyor belt sushi as well.
That's right. I went to the World Expo in Vancouver in 1986 when I was a little kid.
Oh.
And they had, it was a 3D IMAX film.
Okay.
Maybe that was the difference. But I would love to have seen the early demonstration of conveyor belt sushi.
Ooh.
Because that's one of my favorite ways to eat cheap sushi.
Okay, and what does demonstration mean?
Yes.
So that's a noun.
Yes.
Demonstration just means showing someone how something works or is done. So for example, you can say the show included demonstrations of self-driving technology. And I have seen those before, and those are amazing. Without the taxi driver, you just get into the car and then you type in wherever you want to go, and it's a self-driving technology.
Really? Does it have sushi inside the
No,
taxi?
I wish.
I'm waiting for a self-driving conveyor belt sushi taxi.
You can invent that.
I can.
世界博览会又称为万国博览展，那就是让各国齐聚一堂，庆祝交流新想法的展览会。大阪以前有举办过1970年的世界博览会，那在当时首次上映了史上第一部的 IMAX 电影，还有展示了早期的回转寿司。好，单字 demonstration 这个名词就是展示、示范。IMAX 它是一种高画质的电影放映格式，画面会比传统荧幕更宽。那么 conveyor belt sushi 就是指回转寿司。接着华课文中。
All right, well, if that isn't enough to get you calling the airlines and booking your ticket to Expo 2025 in Osaka, well, we have more for you, so don't go away because we're going to get you to go. It's amazing.
Expo 2025 is based around the theme Designing Future Society for Our Lives. Held on the artificial island of Umeshima, the Expo explores ideas around health, sustainability, and global cooperation. Along with exhibits featuring new technologies, including AI and the latest robots, there is a focus on finding solutions to global challenges like climate change and aging populations. The event features the pavilions of over 150 countries, from Bahrain to Belgium. Each of these pavilions has a unique design that reflects the given country's identity and culture. Among the most impressive are the Australia Pavilion, which celebrates indigenous knowledge and sustainability, and the Philippine Pavilion, which looks like a giant basket.
Okay, we are back and we are still in Osaka learning about the very special Expo 2025, the World Expo that will be there for this year only. Now, often these expos, they'll have sort of a general theme or a general idea, right? It might be about technology or the environment or living in the future or something like that. So what is it about in Osaka this year?
Well, let me tell you. Expo 2025 is based around the theme Designing Future Society for Our Lives. So this is actually the theme for this year, Designing Future Society for Our Lives. It is pretty catchy, huh?
Yeah.
So by listening to it, you might just want to go and see and check it out yourself.
For sure. And future society could be technology, it could be how we live, how we eat, politics, who knows? And they will have probably a little bit of all of those things shown in a very interesting way. Now, where is it, I hear you asking me? Well, of course, we know it's in Osaka, but that's a big city. So where do we go? It says, held on the artificial island of Umeshima, the Expo explores ideas around health, sustainability, and global cooperation, which all sound like very good things. So does an artificial island, Yumeshima, that we have there probably in Osaka Harbor or in Osaka Bay. Something that is artificial is not natural. It is man-made, it is fake in some kind of way. So we could have artificial flowers that are made of plastic or cloth. They look real, they may look very real, but it's not an actual thing. Plastic can be made into all sorts of artificial things. If you've ever gone to Japan, they have those restaurants, right? With the window and it has all the different food in the window. But you know, that's not real food. That's all plastic food. It's all artificial. So if it's not real, if it's not natural, if it's made of plastic or made in a factory or made by people to look like something from nature, but it's not, then we would say it's artificial. For example, the artificial flowers looked so real that no one knew they were fake until they got covered in dust.
Okay.
And like, hey, wait a minute.
And we're also looking at this word here, cooperation, and that is a noun. So we're talking about global cooperation though, but just looking at the word cooperation itself, it just means working together with others to achieve a common goal. Like for example, building a tower with blocks or playing a game as a team, you are cooperating. So cooperation. So for example, you can say cooperation between team members is key to a good result. So when you say is key to something, that means that is the important factor. If everyone works together, everyone cooperate, you have good cooperation, you will lead to a good result, right?
I agree. Good job.
2025年世博会在人工岛孟州举行，那主题是为我们的生活设计未来社会，那就探讨了健康、永续性和全球合作等等的构想。好，单字 artificial， 它是形容人工的、人造的。Mike 老师在讲到一些人造物品的材质时，除了提到塑胶，还提到 plaster，P-L-A-S-T-E-R，plaster 可以指灰泥或是石膏。下一个单字 cooperation， 它是名词，表示合作、配合。那介华课文中。
Okay, now back to the article. Along with exhibits featuring new technologies, including AI and the latest robots, there is a focus on finding solutions to global challenges like climate change and aging populations. These are some of the problems that we are facing right now, right? Climate change and also aging population as well. Everyone wants to come together to find solutions to these problems to overcome these global challenges.
Yeah, these are big problems that not one country in the world can take care of. These are world problems. So that word we learned just before, cooperation, is key to helping fix the climate or deal with aging populations. Much of the world is getting older. Many countries are having fewer young people. What are we going to do about this? Well, we can learn a lot about these big problems and what we can do in some of these exhibits. And an exhibit is one thing that you might see in an exposition, in a fair, or even in a museum. When you go to a museum, they might have different exhibits. A big museum might have art from ancient Rome or ancient Egypt or ancient China. Those are different exhibits. They might have a special exhibit for 3 months only. Come and look at the paintings of Da Vinci at the Leonardo da Vinci exhibit. So generally, it's an organized showing of interesting things. They'll have information there about it. You can learn things. You can see things live in person that you can't see normally. But basically, it's something that's interesting to people who are interested in that topic or whatever the exhibit is about. For example, the museum's new exhibit featured ancient Chinese pottery. And of course, the Gugong here, of course, has many wonderful exhibits with that kind of thing. Back to Expo 2025. It says the event, so Expo there, features the pavilions of over 150 countries.
Ooh.
150 countries from Bahrain to Belgium. Okay, so as you go around, this is kind of like going to an amusement park, going to Liu Futuan or Disneyland or something. It'll be in a big area, and there'll be these kind of buildings, and each building will be made by a country, and they'll have different exhibits in those buildings. They're called pavilions, and many countries will come to this type of thing. In this case, it's 150. I'm sure some of the countries have very big pavilions. Some of them are much smaller, but it says 150 countries from Bahrain to Belgium. Those are both B countries.
That's right.
Why don't we say from Argentina to Zimbabwe, from A to Z?
Ah, you can say that as well.
Something like that. Just to show you the huge range of countries. I mean, there's only like 200 countries in the world. So 150 there.
That's a lot.
That's pretty good.
That's right. And each of these pavilions has a unique design that reflects the given country's identity and culture. So when we're talking about to reflect, it just means to show or express. So for example, you can say his actions do not reflect the values he claims to hold. And we don't really like people like that, right? You claim, certain things, but then your actions do not reflect your own values, right?
Oh, he's always talking about how telling the truth is important, and then you find out he was lying about something.
Exactly.
Hey, that doesn't reflect your values. All right, so let's learn about some of these pavilions. Maybe these ones you definitely want to check out. It says, among the most impressive, among the most amazing or incredible, are the Australia Pavilion, all right, mate, which celebrates indigenous knowledge and sustainability, and the Philippine Pavilion, which looks like a giant basket.
Really?
It's kind of interesting. I wonder what the Taiwan pavilion, it looks like a giant guabao.
Maybe.
But yeah, so those are ones you definitely want to check out.
除了展示新科技，世博会也着重于寻找解决气候变迁跟人口老化等等全球挑战的方法。那这场活动设有150多个国家的展馆，每个展馆都有独特的设计，展现了特定国家的身份认同跟文化。那其中最令人印象深刻的，包括了赞扬原住民知识和永续性的澳洲馆，还有看起来像巨大篮子的菲律宾馆。好，单字 exhibit 它是名词，表示展览、展览品，它也可以指展览会，是美语用法。再来看到 reflect 是动词，表示反映、显示或是反射。Pavilion 它表示博览会的展馆或分馆。那文中它用到 among the most impressive are 来表达其中最令人印象深刻的是什么什么。这边我们就要介绍主词补语的倒装。要强调主词补语或者是主词修饰语比较长的时候，可以把补语移到句首，然后把主词跟 be 动词进行倒装，那就会形成主词补语加 be 动词加主词的结构。举例来说 ，A woman wearing a red dress is standing by the side of the stage。一名身穿红洋装的女子站在舞台旁边。那么把主词补语 standing by the side of the stage 移到句首，然后主词 be 动词倒装，句子就变成 standing by the side of the stage is a woman wearing a red dress。好，那接着回到课文中。
So after learning so much about the Expo 2025 already, I can't wait to go myself. I don't know if I can find time to visit this time.
I think you probably have to find time. You can take your family. It's educational.
It is definitely educational.
You can also have really good food and a really good time. And we're going to be learning much more about Osaka, not just the Expo, but remember, it's a great city. So please come back and join us tomorrow when I think we'll be getting something to eat and going to a castle.
Ooh, I'll see you guys next time.
Sayonara.
Osaka is a lively and historic city in Japan. It is known for its friendly people and exciting attractions. Now, in 2025, all eyes are on the city because it is hosting the World Expo. This is a stage to display global cultures and the latest technology. World Expos are also known as World's Fairs. They are exhibitions that bring countries together to celebrate and exchange new ideas. Osaka previously hosted the 1970 World Expo. This event featured the premiere of the first ever IMAX film and an early demonstration of conveyor belt sushi. Expo 2025 is based around the theme Designing Future Society for Our Lives. Held on the artificial island of Yumeshima, the Expo explores ideas around health, sustainability, and global cooperation. Along with exhibits featuring new technologies, including AI and the latest robots, there is a focus on finding solutions to global challenges like climate change and aging populations. The event features the pavilions of over 150 countries, from Bahrain to Belgium. Each of these pavilions has a unique design that reflects the given country's identity and culture. Among the most impressive are the Australia Pavilion, which celebrates indigenous knowledge and sustainability, and the Philippine Pavilion, which looks like a giant basket.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。那单字的部分有第一个 historic 是形容历史性的、具重要历史意义的。第二个 demonstration 名词表示展示、示范。第三个 artificial 是形容人工的、人造的。第四个 cooperation 名词表示合作、配合。第五个 exhibit 名词表示展览、展览品或是展览会。第六个 reflect 是动词，表示反映、显示或反射。好，文法的部分，我们第一个学到了表示举办的动词。host 当动词可以表达举办做东，它当名词则可以表达活动的主办单位、城市或组织等等，就可以用 play host to 加上名词表示。第二个学到的动词是 hold， 它当及物动词可以表达举行、使发生。下一个文法重点学到主词补语的倒装，要强调主词补语或主词修饰语比较长的话，我们可以把补语移到句首，主词跟 be 动词进行倒装，那就形成了主词补语加 be 动词加主词的结构。好，以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Do you have a green thumb? What that means is someone who has the natural talent of growing plants. Well, even if you don't have a green thumb, but still have an appreciation for plants and flowers, the next spot known as the Tianwei Highway Garden might be the perfect place for you to visit. Changhua's Tianwei Highway Garden stretches from the towns of Yongjing to Tianwei. The garden is known for its beautiful Tianwei flowers, which vary from season to season. The plants get plenty of sunlight during the summer season, but they lack sunlight during the winter season. To solve this problem and control plant development, the garden uses artificial lights. These stay on overnight and create an amazing light display. The lights have become an attraction in themselves. There are also a lot of businesses set up along the garden plot. They all sell different plants and services, including cut flowers, bonsai, gardening materials, and even food and drinks. Additionally, the garden has classrooms where visitors can enjoy flower-related DIY activities. Meanwhile, those who like to exercise can ride a bicycle around the park, while admiring all the different colors and smells. Changhua's Tianwei Flower Garden is a must-see attraction for anyone who appreciates the natural beauty of plant life. Artificial lights are lights that aren't naturally occurring, but are rather made by humans to copy natural light. And artificial and natural lighting are almost equally effective in helping plants grow properly. It really is so impressive to see the plants growing on Tianwei Highway Garden, so make sure to pay it a visit when you can.